Welcome back. This is Thomas Triple T Ty with another new bullish crypto analysis. Let's dig in and check out the perpetual futures for Bitcoin. Before we go ahead, please remember to smash the like, ring my bell, and hit subscribe, and leave comments in YouTube. Thank you. This is Coinalyze 4-hour time frame, and that's not much change since yesterday, so we'll just go through this quick, but I want to show you another exciting chart. So looks like Bitcoin's got a little white candle here. Remember, this is 4-hour chart, so each candle is a 4-hour time frame. So on the current time frame, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, but I want to give you an idea of like a longer perspective. So Bitcoin dropped yesterday, last night, and pretty much stay down there. And this is this next row right here is the aggregated open interest for stable coins, and you can see that it's been trending down, but it's got a little white candle there, and that is so overall open interest is down. Aggregated open interest coin margin contract, that's a combine of different exchanges with using Bitcoin or other coins as their quote-unquote deposit in their margin accounts. That's been pretty much trending down and laying flat, so not much change there. The predicted aggregated funding rate is predicted to be down, but in actuality is slightly up, but the up area is like 0.0036. That's pretty much neutral. So even though it shows positive, just it's really neutral. Let's zoom in and see. Have to redo all this later. I hope you guys like the fact that I moved my face from this corner over to here, so it makes it easier for you to see. Sometimes I forget before. So you can see here it's and this is CVD down here. We'll look at that in a little bit, but overall it's it's not much of not much to write home about. A little candle here on open interest. Overall it's still declining. Look at funding rates right here. That's like 0.01 on average. Is still neutral in most exchanges. Different exchanges have different neutral zones. So overall, not much has changed. So let's go into this CVD anyways, because I like this chart. This is basically measuring spot, not derivatives. Spot demand and supply. So you can see that it kind of level off here on the on February the 2nd, and then demand slightly creeped up a little bit on the 3rd, and then level off. So demand overall recently it's going up, which is really cool. That shows maybe more retailers are coming back, and this right here is the 24th. So since the 24th of January, it's been climbing on average. So that's really nice. I like this one, that indicator. So let's go to something else that we can take a look at. This is high block capital, the liquidation level chart. I know a lot of you like this chart, so cool. You can see that down here in the big red area, that means that there are more high leverage, that's 25x to 100x, crazy levels, more more open interest for potential liquidation for shorts. Okay, what that means is right now it's negative 0.19 billion. This is just for Binance, and that just means that the difference between shorts and long, shorts have more that they can get liquidated at around $1.9 billion. That's just all these levels up here. And remember, that's only 25x to 100x. That we're not measuring like 1 to 5 x's at all. So that's why you can see the price is inching up towards this way, because that's a lot of pretty much free lunch up here for whales. They'll go long on high leverage and go against the shorts here, and basically they just they win on high leverage against these guys. And you can see it's inching up here. Next level that's going to get liquidated is right here, and so potentially it'll go up. And you can see, like, basically it just goes up, goes sideways, down, goes sideways, up, and they just do that all day long, multiple days or whatever. And it's just money to be taken. So yeah, unless we get some really bad news, it might go down and test this area again. But job market news is coming out tomorrow. We'll see. But in the meantime, just money to be had up here. Yep. And 39 is where it's been visiting, so more than likely it'll go up to here, clear out all these shorts right here. So again, that really depends on what the market will say about jobs and all that stuff. So something else I want to show you that's really cool. This one is over at levitas.ch. And this one right here, you go to futures, you go down to funding and basis, and you go over to this one called BTC Open Interest Weighted Funding Rate. And let's expand that, and I will show you something. So what does open interest weighted funding rate mean? It just means that, like, for example, let's say you have a funding rate that's at 0.01, and it has open interest at, let's say, $1 million. Or you can have a 0.01 funding rate, and it could still have like, let's say, $1 billion. That's a big difference. $1 billion in open interest versus $1 million in open interest. So what they did was they added more weight for higher open interest for funding rate. And check this out. You see, it doesn't always work this way, but it sometimes does, or more often than not. Let's put it that way. So the red line is the price. That's BTC price. The green line is the open interest weighted funding rate. So green line is the funding rate weighted by open interest. Watch this. They didn't do a good job on this chart. The zero line is here for funding rate, right here. See that zero? Hope you can see it. It's kind of tiny. But this horizontal line right here is the zero mark. Anything above that is positive funding rate. Anything below that is negative funding rate. Now watch. This is negative funding rate at negative 0.006, right? Follow the green line. I'm going to go up, follow the green line. Look so price just basically goes sideways up until this point. Now watch. Price drops down. It's still going sideways. Now watch. Now funding rate goes up. It's now negative 0.00448. Remember, this is weighted, so it's not the same as regular funding rate. Watch, it's going to go up. Price goes up with it, right? And then it goes up, but here's watch. Start paying attention to the price, the red dot here. Oh, you can't see what I just pointed at my monitor. But as the funding rate, the weighted funding rate go up, price dropped. As the funding rate drops, I'm not so sure it's easy to see. Let's see here. Here we go, right here. Maybe this one's easier. Funding rate goes up towards the positive side. You see that? Price drops. Funding rate rises. Price drops. Funding rate, you see that? So there's somewhat of a negative correlation with this. So right here, as funding rate drops, price goes up. You see that? You see that? It's not exact, but there's some negative correlation there. So as funding rate rises, price drops. As funding rate drops, price rises. So this might be of interest for you to help you get another indicator that could predict where the price of Bitcoin might go. As you can see, it's not always negative correlation, just like the Bitcoin's price with the Dixie dollar index is not always a negative correlation, but it often is. You can see that here too, right here. As funding rate goes up, price goes down. See it? Boom. Boom. Let's see where we have some other pattern right here too. Funding rate is the green line. As funding rate goes up, Bitcoin price, you see that? It diverges. Negative correlation right there. Boom. And this is where it fails. So you can't always trust this, but you want to use other indicators to back it up. So that's another tool for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, short, brief. And remember to go ahead and smash the like, ring my bell, and hit subscribe if you are not. And leave a comment in my YouTube comment section. Appreciate your time. And let's outro. Peace. Take care.